Hey guys, I wanted to come back with you and I want to apologize for not getting back with you. I've been sick. I've been fighting this upper respiratory infection that I have, and I've been fighting it. Believe me, I've been fighting it. It's sitting up here in my face and has given me a very bad headache. And I've been doing all kind of warm compressions and all kind of sting and you know what, so I've been sick, but I felt like I had to come back on here because I seen where my social security video has went through the roof, and I think it's because that people are concerned with their money, especially 50-year-olds. Okay. um I want to say this, and it's not to alarm anybody, but I'm an overthinker and I like to think. I'm a critical thinker as well. So um, I like to say this. If my pension and my Social Security is not totaling at least $4,000 a month by the time I'm 65, I should not have a desire to be doing any large purchasing. Okay? Yes, I know we believe in the Lord, but God also give us wisdom too. Okay? Because even when you're 40 and you do a 30-year mortgage, that means that you're going to be in your 70s by the time you finish paying for it. When you're in 50s, you're going to be in your 80s. I met a lady here in California. She was 94 and her sister was 96 years old. And she lives on Swissler. She lives in the Beverly Grove district. And at 90 something years old, almost 100, her and her sister both are, one sister is paying above $4,000 a month because they have a whole duplex. Her sister lived in one duplex. She raised her family in, and her other sister raised her family in the other duplex. And they have like over a 3-bedroom duplex. One sister, she wanted to brag and say, "Oh, I pay $1,000 cheaper than my sister. I'm 94 and she's 96. I pay $4,000 and she pay $5,000." Isn't that something to brag about when you're in your 90s and you're almost going to your deathbed? That's not something that I would want to brag about. And I think when I become 90 years old, her family didn't do them any justice by placing them in a cheaper place. Because she was getting off the bus, walking in her walker, talking to me, telling me her story, how she came from Moscow, her and her family, and they sat up in Los Angeles, and they're both paying over $9,000 both. Okay? So they did have a restaurant in their earlier days, okay? But to be 90, I don't want to pay in rent over $2,000 nor mortgage over $4,000. In California, your average mortgage, because all of those houses is above $1 million, your mortgage is going to be above $5,000 a month. That's mortgage, and that's give or take around 5,000 or more. Okay, that's not utilities, that's not your personal transportations, that's just your mortgage. Here, working on a domestic job, working in the health field, if I do not bring home between my Social Security as well as my pension, if I do not bring in above $4,000 a month, I should not be considering purchasing no big item. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I do. But I also believe in saving money. I also believe in having wisdom. I also believe in, you know what? I've never been a materialistic person, but there is a luxury car that I am looking at because I would like to have one of those before I leave this earth. But let me tell you something. I just priced that luxury car. I priced that luxury car. That luxury car payment by itself is between $500 and $700 a month. In order to secure that luxury car, It has to be, because when you're financing that luxury car, it has to be secured with insurance from bumper to bumper. That bumper to bumper insurance is over $300-400 a month. So I'm looking at between the $700 and $800 just for transportation a month. Okay, that doesn't talk about when it breaks down and I'm replacing parts, because it's expensive to replace those parts on that type of car. Okay, but let's talk about mortgage. Mortgage is above of $2,000. If I'm bringing home $4,000 in my old age, do you think I need to be looking at a mortgage of $2,000? No. As a matter of fact, Social Security will have you to go on Social Security right now, along with where you are in your pension. And if you don't look like that you're going to be getting $4,000 a month or more, I say it's time to pray. Been time to pray. I have a Spanish couple. Okay, I have Spanish friends. Okay. This Spanish friend told me his wife was working in the hospital because somebody had to work in the hospital and to keep the place stable. So she was the worker while he was in the field. Okay. So she's the worker, making sure that she's getting the insurance and making sure that she, keeping the house stabilized. And so he was out in the field doing domestic work. Okay. So therefore, when they get to be 60 years old, he's not going to have anything because he's doing domestic jobs. He's doing domestic jobs. He's cutting yards. He's pressure spraying the houses. He's doing domestic work. So he's getting paid off the tables. And she's working on a regular job to have health benefits. But guess what's going to happen when they both retire? They only going to have one income in the system. So now they both have to live off one income. There's not going to be any more overtime because Social Security don't pay overtime. Pension don't pay overtime. What you put in is what you get. And that's it. And this is where the 50-year-olds that's going out and getting these $400,000 homes, and yeah, that's wonderful. But if God did not give you a big plan that you can work within 10 years, because we have this little gap right now. But if he did not give you a big plan, or you're not going to come in a large sum of money, I would not be purchasing. Better yet, I would rather live. I tell my friends, if you got a house that was in 2012 and earlier than 2012, so your mortgage got to be somewhere less than $1,400. I'm going to say $1,300 or $1,200 if your mortgage was that. Fix the roof. Fix the roof. Clean the gutters. Paint your house. Expand your driveways. Do what you got to do with the house that you're in. Get yourself a new car. Enjoy your money. Go on trips. Okay? I would not be looking what the Joneses have, because the Joneses' house is going to be going in foreclosures real soon, because somebody is counting on somebody else's money and it ain't going to be there to cover both. Okay? Let's use wisdom. Also, pray to God, because God has blessings and he also talk about faith. But my thing is, let's also use wisdom in our thoughts. Okay? Be blessed.